Hey guys, welcome back to another Sorted George. Today we're going to be having a nose at the brakes. Let me show you why. Right, one of the things I noticed the other day, I was messing about in here, and the reason why I want to check out the brakes is I did actually pop this off to see what the fluid. Hang on, maybe go the other way. Yeah, thank you very much. One of the things I was checking was just to see how much fluid we had, and as you can see, the front one is empty, and the back one's obviously dirty just due to age of fluid. So that's the reason behind wanting to check out the brakes. I don't know whether there's a wheel cylinder gone or a flexi hose or even a burst pipe, I'm not sure. So I need to find out where that fluid's going. So that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing it. Right, we got this jacked up. On axle stands. It's coming off nicely. It's nice and that's dry. Oh, hang on, let me show you. It looks nice and clean in there. We got some good meat on the shoes, so that's good. All the way around. That's good. It's looking all right. See if I can put the flash on. 2 seconds. There you go. We're nice and dry at the back there as well, so the rear seal's good. Everything's all nice and dry, etc. at the back here. That's a good wire brush, but everything's all clean and dry. We got two weather caps in there. That's good. Handbrake cable. Yeah, we're all good. That's dry. Dry as. Coolio. That's good. Self adjuster. Yeah. That looks all right. Just give that a clean out and put that back. That's fine. Right, I've just given them a quick clean up, as you do. Just adjusted this a bit because the drum came off a little bit too easy for my liking. Looks like they weren't adjusted out properly. So, right, and I've cleaned up the old drum inside and out. So. Not worth showing you any footage of that because I've done brakes before with you guys, so obviously I'm looking for faults here. So right, let's put it back together and I'll go over onto the other side. Right, she's back together and I've got to go over onto this side. A little bit tight down here at the moment, but give it a quick clean up, can't we? As you do. See what's going on in there. Right, wheel off. As you can see, she's a bit cobwebby, same as the other one. So I'm quite surprised, seeing as the wheels haven't been off for a while, by the looks of it. I'm surprised how clean they are inside. Excuse me. Right, and this is what she's like round back. Again, nice and clean, nice and dry. So, right, let's just take the drum off and give it a clean. Same again as the other side, nice and clean inside, which is good. What I meant to say as well on the other side is that the rubbers are quite rubbery, as it were. They're not hard and perished, so that's good. So this is just going to need a bit of a wire brush off, clean up, and put it back together. Sorted, George, banging. Something else I was meant to tell you as well. When I first brought the car over, I found this little fellow. Well, it turns out the car wasn't the only thing that got imported. We have a little cockroach. Unfortunately, needs to go because you're not allowed in this country, young man. Sorry, boy. Unfortunately, we don't have them over in the UK, so they got to go. Naturally, he went. When I took the rear driver's wheel off just a minute ago, like I showed you, all this cobwebs I showed you just a minute ago. There was another one decided to drop out. They are so resilient, it's unbelievable. I almost chopped him in half, and the old tentacles were still going as if to say, yeah, come on then, what? Is that all you got? It's a bit like that Monty Python scene where the knight is fighting the other one, and he gets his arm chopped off and then the other arm chopped off, and it's like, yeah, come on then, and is that all you got? And bearing in mind as well, he's been on the back wheel. So that thing has been going around, I don't know what, 10 to a dozen. Me, I would have got dizzy, I don't know about you. But he's still there. And he's come out like, yeah, and I can survive a nuclear war, can you? You know what I mean? They're so resilient, but we don't have them over here in the UK, so sorry mate, you had to go. Right, let's go on and clean this up. Okay, let's give that a quick clean up, as you do. Wire brush, and also the drum as well. Somebody's gone by. Right, let's get this back on together. Right, that's the back one back on as well. That's the 2-pack ones viewed. Now let's go and have a nose at the front, shall us? Also, let me introduce you to little Hemi. He's got a little kitten, so at least I can say in my garage I got a Hemi that purrs like a kitten. Isn't that right, mate? Yeah. Proper Mopar boy, ain't you, eh? As you do. Right, shall us get on, mush? Eh? Oi. Shall we get on? What should we do? Back, fronts? Fronts. Right, okay. Yep, fronts. Right, it's now the turn of the front. That's pretty clean in there. A few little cobwebs. That's not too bad. That looks clean. Let's get this wheel off, shall we? Well, I have to say there's not a lot going on in here. We've got some really good meat on the pads still, which is good. It just wants a bit of a wire brush going on. That's all. What have we got going on down the back here? Anything? Right, let's turn the old... there you go, that's better. It all looks dry. Everything looks dry. Isn't it? Flexies are good. That's alright. This is all dry. I can see a fuel filter through there. That's alright. That'll be replaced. Yeah. Bit of a disappointment, bit of a letdown really. There's not a lot going on. It is what it is. Right, let's crack on. I've just been looking at the these discs. That is nice and clean. They're new. These are almost new. There's no scoring. Nothing. They're as clean as you like. Nothing at all. These are new discs on this. Oh, I'm well impressed. Oh, that's good. Right, so it's literally just a clean up, because obviously this has been done. So, where's the fluid going? You'll have to wait and see, won't we? Well, it looks like we've got the same on this side as well. This looks really new. Look, there's no scoring, nothing. You got the tiniest, I say little ridge. It's not even a ridge. All it is where this part and this part is rusted and this part ain't, obviously. Simple as. We've got some new discs on this, that's good. I checked the inside on the other one and that was fine. So I'll give this one a quick check. Banging mush. Here we go, let's give it a quick clean up and put it all back together. Actually, I'll tell you what, while we're here, let's have a look down the back. Everything looks alright down here. Nice and dry, etc. Again, plenty of, let's see if I can get the camera down in there. There's plenty of meat on the pads. That's fine, absolutely. Flexies are all okay. Brake lines are okay. You can see they're quite clean through there. So yeah, surface rust, but that's about all. So right, give it a quick clean and put it back together. Sorted, George. Right, well that's all the brakes and the brake lines etc. checked, flexi hoses etc. The only other thing I was thinking about, I did notice, let me show you. Down the back of the master cylinder, as you can see, it's actually showing up better on camera. You can see it looks like it's leaking out the back. Now, I did notice that, but obviously it's better just to check all the brakes anyway, because it might have been a leaky wheel cylinder or something, and maybe somebody had spilt some fluid down the back or something like that. You never know. So I think what it is the rubber seals have gone in the master cylinder, you know, on the piston that pushes from the pedal, pushes through to push the brake fluid down. I think one of the rubber seals is gone, so it looks like it needs a new master cylinder. I've just had a nose up underneath where the pedal meets the master cylinder, where it comes through the bulkhead. Everything's fine there. I've just removed these two brake lines from the master cylinder. You need to measure the what's names of the lines, you know, like these that screw in to hold the lines in. The front one here, which is the secondary, that is 9/16, and the primary, the back one, that's 1/2 inch. So I know now I'm going to be ordering the correct one. Yeah, sorted, George. Right, we finally had the master cylinder delivered. That's the part number. It Rock Auto, if you're interested. Car done. Job. I got the. No, what do I want? Where's it gone? It's in there. No, it's in the box. Sorted. Right. Okay, here we go. What we're going to do now is just do a quick bench bleed, just to get all the air out of the master cylinder before we put it on. Sorted, George. There you go. That's it. She's done. She's free of air. Lovely. Jobbed. Right. Now let's put her on. Okay, I've just put some penetrating fluid on the nuts that hold the old master cylinder in place. You want a deep socket because you've got a tail on the stud. This is 1/2 inch. Try not to use a 13 because it's a fraction bigger. So let's try and get these off, shall we? They've probably been in place for donkey's years, so probably be nice and tough, but never mind, it is what it is. Oh, jeez. Another one loose. Another one. And last but not least, this one. Oh, jeez. Right, let's remove these lines. Oh, yeah, should be. And last one, here we go. Right, and that should be the master cylinder free. Jobbed. You can go in the bin. Have a clean up. The crud. Yeah, see the back of that's quite good actually. I can see the seal there, that's good. Let's bring you in. As you can see the back seal is really good. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the fluid had been coming out the back of the master cylinder around this area and obviously dripping down. So there's nothing wrong with the booster, that's good. It was just coming out the back of this. You can see all the rubbish and everything else built up there. Eek. Right. Let's put the new one on. Right, that's all the nuts and threads cleaned off. So that'll go back on nicely. Copper slip, as you do. They won't rust up again. And now it's time for the new master cylinder. Let's put that on. Jobbed. Let's put a couple of nuts on to set it in place. Now let's put the lines in, shall we? Now this one. There you go. They're tight. That's nice. That's on. And that's on. One installed and secure. Master cylinder. Right. Now what we can do is take the lid off again and then fill it up, and then we can bleed the brakes. Get out all the air and the old fluid that's in the tubes, that's in the old brake pipes. So, right, let's crack on with that. Right, I've just been nosing around the garage for a bit of tubing to fit over the bleed nipple so that I can bleed the brakes. And then obviously it can run straight into a pot. Unfortunately, I can't find any. So what I've got is a bit of old 3-core electrical wire, which was used obviously to rewire the garage. Found a little bit left over, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull out all the cores and the what's names inside, and then I can use the outer sheath as a tube, as you do. Bit of make do amend mush, isn't it? Pull them out. And we'll see how we get on, as you do. There you go. One more. Grab that. There you go. Here comes the blue one. So now I've got that outside sheath. I'll put that over the bleed nipple and use that as my tube. Jobbed. Right. Let's see how we get on with that. Right, just a quickie before I start. The way that you bleed the system, okay, because this is left-hand drive, you've got the master cylinder front left, okay? So you start rear right, then you do rear left, then you do front right, front left. If it's right-hand drive, you would do rear left, rear right, front left, front right. If, however, you've got, like on a later car, you've got, because this works on all cars, it doesn't matter, the principle's the same, but if you've got like an ABS module, and for argument, because I know some of them, like the later trucks, some of them are up on this side, nearer the back. So if that's the case, you then do the front left, front right, rear left, rear right, just the same as if the ABS module was towards the front right, you would do rear left, rear right, front left, front right. So hope that helps you out. Sorted, George. Let's get on. Right, let's give that a go. Fit that over the end if it will go. Go on, you bugger. Look at that, eh? Bang in. Spot on. I'm not saying it's going to be leak free, but it will certainly do the job of catching most of it, won't it? Sorted, George. Bang in. Well, it seems to be working all right. A bit of seepage, but to be expected, seeing as it's not a proper hose. So I've got Sarah on the pedal. Right, down. Up. Down. You can hear it going into the pipe. Up. I'll just let the jack down now, but never mind. Well, we had a bit of seepage. It wasn't too bad, but the last one, I actually took the hose off and just done it with no hose, and the fluid has come out lovely and clean, so that's good. So that's what most of that is. And that's the rear driver's side done. A little bit more control with it this time, so we didn't lose too much. Again, the last one I didn't have the tube on, so that I could see the clear fluid coming out. That's lovely. That's done. Now just got to do the fronts. Right, that's all 4 corners done, and you should. Let's have a look. Yeah, there you go. Lovely. Let's get the light on the subject, shall we? You should have enough just to top that off. Like so. There you go. That's lovely. Sort of George. Right, that's that job. Master cylinder installed. That's how you do it. Well, that's the brakes taken care of. At least we know we've got some really good shoes on the back. We've got plenty of meat on the pads on the front. Looks like they were new discs. And obviously it must have been sat for a couple of years, but there's no pitting or anything like that on the discs. It's great. New master cylinder fitted. At least we know we got some fresh fluid all the way through as well, so that's good. Thanks ever so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope it was a help to you in some way. Like, share, subscribe if you wouldn't mind. I'll see you on the next one. Sort of George.